Today we'll be making beautiful mini pizzas for kids, and I have topped with some beautiful Indian cottage cheese or paneer, and this I have prepared directly on a tawa or griddle without oven, without cheese of course, and I have used some homemade sauce, and you can see in my video how delicious these pizzas have turned out. And the base is so nicely baked and it's whole wheat flour. I have not used any all-purpose flour or maida. So do give this recipe a try. I think you will love the recipe, especially if you have the privilege of baking this dish on a tawa. Hey guys, I'm Subhankari and I welcome you all to my channel Su's Food Corner. I hope you all are doing great in your lives, and if you are new to this page, do subscribe to my page and do not forget to tap the bell button. Thank you all for loving my channel so much and liking my videos so much. So let's start with this recipe. So the first step, we'll make a dough for this pizza, and I have taken a whole wheat flour or atta around 1 cup or 150 grams. So there goes a wholesome pizza. Then I have taken curd or dahi. I have taken here around 3 tablespoons. Then comes around half teaspoon of baking powder and baking soda, around 2 pinch or 1/4 teaspoon. Do not add more baking soda, this gives a very distinctive flavor. And then sugar I have taken here around 1 tablespoon and salt around 1 teaspoon. Oil I have taken any cooking oil around 1.5 tablespoon. So let's make the dough first. In a bowl I'll add the whole wheat flour, and then comes baking soda and baking powder, sugar and salt, and then goes oil. We need to mix all these ingredients nicely in this atta or whole wheat flour. Just mix for 1 to 2 minutes till you can see a crumb like texture, and then I'll add curd. Now give it a nice mix so that the curd is nicely mixed in the ingredients. Now I'll take warm water and add little by little to make a very smooth dough. Water quantity depends upon the quality of your flour. So it will take 1/4 cup water. So completely depends upon your flour. So just add little by little to make a dough of this consistency. Neither too slurry, not too hard. So just rest it for good 25 to 30 minutes. Meanwhile, we'll prepare the pizza sauce. So for sauce, I have taken here some good ripe tomatoes, around 4 medium sized tomatoes, 2 red chili or green chili as you wish. Fresh, these are not the dried ones, these are fresh chilies just turned red. And garlic cloves I'll take here around 10 to 12. So we need this much ingredients, and apart from that we'll need few flavoring agents. I have taken a sugar around 1.5 teaspoon, salt around 1 teaspoon, and then I have taken oregano or mixed herbs around 1.5 teaspoon, and Kashmiri red chili powder or paprika powder around 1.5 teaspoon. If you don't have oregano or you don't have the mixed herbs at this time, you can always use basil. You can always use the Indian basil also. It gives a very nice flavor to the pizza sauce. So first we'll make a nice paste of this tomatoes, garlic and chilies, and then I have heated a pan on medium high. I'll add 1 tablespoon oil to this pan, and when the oil is good heated, I'll add the paste. And now we need to cook this tomato paste for good 1 to 2 minutes on medium flame, or till you can smell the rawness of the garlic, it disappears. And after 2 to 3 minutes, add the chili powder, sugar, salt, mix it well and wait till the oil separates from the sides. It will take around 3 to 4 minutes more, and then add the oregano, and our pizza sauce is ready. Let it cool, and then we'll make the white sauce. This is step 3. For white sauce, we have taken here melted butter or oil around 1.5 tablespoon, and I have taken all-purpose flour or maida around 2 tablespoon, and milk I have taken 1.25 cups. We are actually using white sauce for the substitution for cheese. So we are going to make a good white sauce. For that, I have heated a pan on low flame. Then I have added butter, and when the butter melts, I'll add 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour and maida. Mix it nicely and then add 1 tablespoon more. The flame is still on low medium, and now we need to cook this nicely. I mean cook this nicely means we don't want to burn them. Just wait till the maida releases a nice flavor or nice smell. See, it will actually start to bubble in this way as I am showing in my video. So at this stage, add milk little by little and stir continuously. Yes, you have to stir it continuously, otherwise there will be lumps. We don't want it. We want a very smooth and silky white sauce. And if by chance there are some lumps, after preparing this white sauce, you can always strain them in a strainer, and the result will be a nice silky white sauce. So just stir it continuously on low medium flame. Do not increase the flame. And after good 4 to 5 minutes, my white sauce is looking good. It should coat the spatula in this way, see, as it's coating. So my white sauce is ready. Just add 2 to 3 pinch of salt. And the fourth step will bake the pizza. For baking the pizza, I have some veggies here. You can take any veggies of your choice. Obviously, I have taken here corn, around 1 tablespoon corn, some onions. I have chopped them to small size. Some basils I have taken. As I said, if you have basil leaves, you can take that, or you can take the Indian version of basil leaves or tulsi leaves. And I have taken some jalapenos here, and you can always add some tomatoes, olives, completely depends upon your choice. And I have some cottage cheese here or paneer, around 100 grams, and I'll use it in different style to make the toppings. And after 25 minutes of resting the dough, this dough is looking nice here. I'll just show you how nicely it has fermented. And you can see we had not used any yeast. Traditionally yeast is used in pizza dough, but we had not used yeast. Yet the dough has risen nicely. It's quite soft, and I'll just show you the texture of this dough. And this dough is looking beautiful from inside. You can see how nicely it has fermented. So this is a signal of a good fermentation in a dough. So let's start with making the process of mini pizzas. So I'll divide this dough into a bit larger ball, and I'll use each ball to divide into smaller portions so that I can make mini pizzas out of these balls. So I have taken one large portion here, and I'll divide it into 3 portions. And now individually I'll make small pieces from each portions, and I'll just work with the first portion. So here I take the first one and I'll press it slightly. I have dusted some whole wheat flour or atta on the working surface, and then I'll slightly pinch the edges to make a shift here, and this is looking good now. This process really helps, as the sauce or the cheese won't ooze out. And similarly I'll prepare the 3 mini pizzas, and this process can also be done by rolling pin, but this dough is so soft, so I preferred my hands to do this process. And in the same process I have prepared these 3 bases, and now I'll prick all the pizza base using a fork so that the excess air escapes out and this pizza base doesn't puff. And the next process is I'll spread the homemade sauce evenly over these pizzas as topping. Just be a bit extra careful because these are mini pizzas, so we need to do this process really carefully. And then goes the white sauce that we had prepared. Spread it evenly, and now I'll decorate with the toppings. It completely depends upon your choice, but I'll show you 3 different ways to use this paneer topping. First, I have cut it into small cubes, this cottage cheese, and I'll place it in the middle, and then goes some corn and some few bits of green capsicum. You can use any color if you wish, some onions, and then I'll sprinkle some dried herbs, oregano. If you have some mixed herb, you can also use them. And on the center I have just placed one jalapeno, and then I'll brush the side of the pizzas with the olive oil I have used. You can use any oil. And in the same way I have topped these pizzas in 3 different ways. In this one I have used the paneer, I have scrambled it, and the third one I have used the scrambled paneer on the sides and veggies in the middle. So completely depends upon your choice. And we'll bake this pizza on griddle. So I have first heated a tawa on medium flame for good 10 minutes, and I have placed another tawa on top of it. and on that I'll place my pizzas very carefully. So what I have done, basically I am cooking these pizzas on indirect heat on a tawa, and these pizzas would need around 20 to 25 minutes on medium flame, because the lower tawa is nicely heated now. So just cover it and bake for 20-25 minutes, depends upon your heat actually. So after 25 minutes my pizzas are looking beautiful here, and you can see how nicely the sides have puffed up, perfectly baked. Mini paneer or Indian cottage cheese pizzas without oven, without yeast, in fact without cheese, with homemade sauce, and yes, we have made them on tawa. So this is a rare combination and it worked very well. And I'll just cut these pizzas and show you, and see how nicely these pizzas have puffed up. You can see the pores in the base. So this recipe is a great saver for all the moms out there who may not have some pizza cheese or sauce always available. So do give this recipe a try, and if you have liked the video, press the like button, subscribe to my channel, and do not forget to share with your friends and family. See you in next video. Till then, stay safe, love life, and happy fooding.